Hey everybody, it's Mike from Charm City Paintball, and I'm coming to you today to talk to you about one of the hottest new mechanical markers on the market now, and that is the Planet Eclipse M170R. Let's take a look. So, out of the box, the first thing I can tell you about this marker is that it feels significantly narrower and lighter than just about any other marker that I've played with. The grip frame itself feels narrow, kind of like a CS2, but maybe a little more like an actual pistol. It has a groove mark here for the second finger underneath the main part of the trigger assembly, and it feels just very, very comfortable naturally, left-handed or right-handed, to handle this marker. So that was the first thing I noticed out of the box. Really light, felt small, and very comfortable. It's noticeable that if you compare this to like a CS1, for example, that the front grip is shorter than the grip on those markers, but it's not, I have big hands, and so I was wondering if that was going to feel weird to me, but it doesn't feel weird at all. Everything feels super ergonomic about this gun. Really, I was just super pleasantly surprised with how it felt in my hand, really natural right from the minute I got it. And yeah, I just can't say enough about how good it feels in your hand. And if you're used to shooting a Geo, if you shot a Geo2 or a Geo3, this would just feel like a piece of cake right in your hand. Just a little more room for the front grip than one of those markers, but very similar feel. And the body is maybe the closest thing I could probably compare it to that would have been in the recent memory at all would be maybe a dye NT marker, and those are no longer being made and haven't been for years, but it was just like a single tube for the body, and it felt super tiny and super lightweight, and that's really kind of how this feels. So it's it feels really, really good, and it's small, and I just can't say enough about it. I'm probably just repeating myself. The other thing that people have definitely talked about on this gun is the roller bearing trigger. It's super adjustable, and I haven't done anything to it. When these team guns came in, Tony, our team captain, had just, I think, made an adjustment to the backstop so the travel wasn't quite so far. But other than that, everything is bone stock how it came right from Planet Eclipse. And I played with this marker at practice last weekend, all day, 10-man at Gator Paintball in Hudson, Florida. And I got a chance to kind of run this thing through the paces on the Mounds field, on the Hyperball field, and we shot a lot of paint, and this trigger felt super, super light. It's not even something you think about when you're playing. It happens so naturally that you don't think about, oh, am I pulling the trigger fast enough, or is this responsive? It just happens. It's almost like just like a thought, and it shoots. So the trigger itself, it just feels great. Right out of the box, mine felt great. The angle of the trigger itself is, I feel, perfect. But then again, I've shot a CVO, and there is a difference in the way that it feels. There's a difference in the way this feels versus CVO. So I could definitely recommend this. I know people that have CVOs if you want to look at one of those, but this is, to me, the most natural feeling trigger. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that. And then as far as efficiency goes, all of my tanks are at Ninja Paintball right now for a number of different reasons, mostly my fault, and actually all my fault. And I only had a 68 tank to play with on Sunday. So I wasn't sure how much I was going to be able to shoot with it, especially with a brand new gun. It's not broken in at all. I don't know if that's going to increase efficiency over time. But right now, right out of the box, I was able to shoot a full hopper, 10 pods, and still had air over at the end of the game because I let a couple of other people shoot it and they ran a couple of pods through it, and on like the 12th pod it started to have noticeable shoot down. So all I can say is for playing with it for one day, I was incredibly amazed at the efficiency. I've actually never really seen anything quite like that. Capability to shoot 10 plus pods and a hopper with a 68 cubic inch tank on a full fill. So that was great, and that leads me to believe I was originally going to get a 90 cubic inch tank for playing woods ball and stuff, a mechanical 10-man with this, and I went with a 77 because of it. You just don't need that big of a tank. I could probably shoot 15 pods and change off of a 77, so maybe 14, but that's an incredible amount of paint to shoot from one tank fill like that. The other thing I can tell you guys about this after having played with it for a full day is the accuracy on the long shots is really incredible. From one end of the field to another, and in 10-man those fields are pretty long, my trajectory stayed right on target. I mean, very, very tight groupings, and I was super surprised at how this thing shot at a good distance. And obviously the accuracy within 20-30 yards is dead on, and anything past that for certain kinds of guns, you get you could start getting some spread, the grouping starts spreading out over a longer distance, but I was pleasantly surprised with how accurate this was over distance. And just another plus, just another great thing. Obviously this comes with the pops on off ASA, which is the best one in the market in my opinion. Super low rise feed neck, comes with a 2-piece shaft barrel and the standard new engine that's running everything. So all in all, one good solid day of practice with this marker, I have absolutely fallen in love with it. Yeah, I really don't know what else to say besides love. That's pretty much it. So if you're looking at getting a mechanical marker, I would recommend you check one of these out. They're pretty hot right now. You can get some cool anodized ones, but no matter what you get, they shoot really, really smooth. Oh, last thing. When I tried one of these for the first time at the ICPL, I was amazed at how when you shoot it, there's no real kick to speak of. And depending on your setup, depending on how heavy your tank is or whatever, but the marker that I shot was super, super smooth. So I wasn't sure if that was a fluke, special tuning, I don't know what I thought. But when I got my marker, I was super pleasantly surprised to find that yes, that is just how these things shoot. The way I described it to my friends, it's almost like when you take the barrel off your gun, you stick a paintball in there and blow it at your buddy, when you're getting ready for the day. That's how it feels. It feels like a blowgun. It doesn't really feel like the snappy kind of a shot signature of like a CS2 or something like that. So that was really impressive to me. So between efficiency, comfort, feel, just the way everything fits and works, the accuracy, and the general super high quality build of Planet Eclipse, I don't think you can go wrong. Check one out.